securities with desired characteristics. And so the key thing in that category would be, is the liquidity and good enough for trading options? And one thing that that the book pointed out that I think a lot of people don't realize is liquidity in the underlying asset doesn't guarantee liquidity in the options. So sometimes, like for example, you can look at a stock like Tesla or even, Netflix or some of the Amazon. They have great stock liquidity, but what they don't have is the options don't have good liquidity. And what we mean by that is we want to make sure that the individual strikes have good open interest. And if you look on your option chain, you can see what the open interest is for each strike, for each expiration. And we want to see at a minimum of 100 in the open interest category. If it's under 100, that means that there aren't many people trading that particular strike. And what happens is you can get in that strike pretty darn easy, but you can't get out of it. So if you're planning on trying to exit like a credit spread, you want to make sure that it has good open interest. Now, one thing I will say is if we're selling an in-the-money covered call, we don't have as much worry because we're not trying to exit the trade necessarily. We've bought the shares and we're selling the in-the-money covered, in-the-money call. The second thing is a tight bid-ask spread. So when you see the option chain, you'll see a bid and an ask on each and every option strike. And what you want to do is make sure that it's no more than 1% of the contract price. So if it's a $5 option, you want a 50-cent difference, or I'm sorry, 5-cent difference. So you want to make sure that it's a tight bid-ask spread. And then the other thing that we also see every once in a while is we don't have enough options. Like if you're trading something that costs $35, you may only have $5 wide options. So you don't have a lot of good choices. So that would make it not a great vehicle to use. But other than that, you want to make sure that, it has good open interest, tight bid-ask spreads, and good number of strikes.